And so it's being seized and returned. A headless statue of Marcus Aurelius. If you're a Stoic, if you are a student of Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius is kind of your North Star. Of course, Roman emperor. It's a headless bronze statue that they say is worth $20 million. And it's been at the Cleveland Museum of Art since 1986, over there in the Greek and Roman galleries. You may have seen it. You probably have seen it, even if you weren't quite sure what you were looking at. They were calling it draped male figure on the website now, but a headless statue of Marcus Aurelius. And the Manhattan District Attorney's Office issued a warrant saying that it was part of an ongoing criminal investigation into a smuggling network involving antiquities. It's like a mid-90s Nicolas Cage movie.
Right.
Sean Connery. It's Marcus Aurelius. Looted from Turkey and trafficked through Manhattan. 30 years ago? It's been there since 86.
The turkey job.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The headless statue, they valued at $20 million and said it was about 1,800 years old. It's going to be transported back to New York this month. Manhattan DA's office has an antiquities trafficking unit. That'd be a fun gig because you're kind of like a modern-day Indiana Jones.
Except it doesn't belong in a museum. Well, not this museum.
Doesn't, right, yeah.
Not this museum.
Yep.
That'd
Indiana Jones.
That'd be a good Indiana Jones movie where he's just stealing from museums and putting it back in place.
At other museums?
Well, like in the country of origin.
Yeah. Returning it to the country of Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the traffickers, they said, were based in New York. So they just discover this now, but if the statue has been in Cleveland since 86, these must be some old traffickers. Turkish officials have been telling the Cleveland Museum that the statue had been stolen in the 1960s during a looting spree of an archaeological site in southwest Turkey. The officials said that the museum had ignored them, saying that Turkey couldn't prove it.
They've been ignoring me, too.
The Cleveland Museum of Art has been ignoring you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get some of my sculptures in there.
Yeah.
And they are not interested, it seems like.
Now, what are your sculptures? Are these are fired in the kiln? And what are they made? What's your medium?
There's a section of my booger wall from my first apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to, I think that should be, it should probably be in the Louvre, but
what's the name of the piece?
Single and Sad.
Booger Wall?
Booger Wall.
This is just called Booger Wall.
It's just called Booger Wall.
All right.
And then I have another one. It is just stacks of condom wrappers from this weekend. Just made that one.
Are they glued together? Or I guess in a way they are, aren't they?
They're well, no, I didn't do that on the condom wrapper, but like they're used to make like a statue.
You don't put it back in the wrapper when you're done?
No. Down to
you tie it off, put it back in the wrapper.
Not when I'm at my house.
Oh no, you just fling it against a wall. What do you do?
No, I throw it in the garbage can.
In the garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it down the.
But you don't
put it down the garbage disposal.
You don't put it back in the wrapper and then in the garbage?
No, I just put it in the garbage.
And so far, the Cleveland Museum of Art has been unresponsive to your. I mean, how do you even submit? How do you say to any museum, hey, I would like to.
I've just been commenting on their Instagram page. That's how I've been submitting.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yo, I got some art you guys want in this museum. I don't know how much you want to pay for it, but it's probably worth a few $100,000 each. I got some of my old leather jackets from when I was skinny.
Uh-huh.
Those
the Skinny Bill collection.
Yeah. They should want that. I'm trying to get like a whole, like, you know, they'll do those like featured artist wings from time to time.
Yeah, of course.
I want that. but nothing.
Well,
Nothing.
listen,
and I know people there.
Yeah,
And
it's
I know you're dodging me, Steph.
It's any museum is loath to return an item because it's been there for so long. And let's face it, most things in most museums were looted from somewhere else.
Right.
So you'd have a wholesale shutting down of every museum that was taken to task. And the only advantage they have is can't prove it. Finders keepers.
Nothing here's looted. Nothing I'm offering is looted. I got a collection of Mary's face when I say gross things on the radio. That's very valuable.
It's pronounced.
Is that in relief in oils or what is that?
I mean,
these are still shots.
They're still shots.
NFTs.
Yeah. MFTs. Mary's funny. No.
Face.
Mary's face torques. There it is. Got it.
We found it.
Nailed it.
Bill
Squire, go bananas in Cincinnati this weekend. So anyway, yeah, the Cleveland Museum of Art making international news for having that statue of Marcus Aurelius that's being seized and sent back to Turkey. And, the only time I ever saw a seizure in a museum, I offered my wallet. Hey, listen, Dick.
What's up?
Dick, your thoughts on this seizure of this 1,800-year-old statue from the Cleveland Museum of Art and being returned to its rightful place in southwest Turkey?
I think it's history being made. I think it's neat.
So you think that you don't mind when something that's been there for a long time gets changed?
No.
Like
no.
the name of a baseball team, for example.
Let me see. Okay.
Who cares, right? I
Baseball
mean,
team.
yeah, who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, they change
Who
it.
cares?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they were talking about, they found this, I was reading in the paper about this ship. In 1870, found that the lake or something, it was history. It was on CBS News with Nora O'Donnell. I thought that was kind of neat.
Nora O'Donnell, she's still anchoring. She's foxy. She's a real pain in the ass from what I hear over there, but yeah, she's cute.
Yeah. Hey, I got some funny feeling. If I got to think the Browns are going to win Sunday by 3 points. I really do.
By 3 points?
Yes.
They're playing those Bengals, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's funny. I was reading they did some gaming website or some sports-oriented website ranked the most loyal fan bases. And the Bengals were number one, and the Browns were dead last.
Wow.
For loyalty of fan bases. Of course, in Cincinnati, they say, "Who dey?" Right?
Who dey?
Which, of course, that's a decades-long salute to Partridge Family and L.A. law actress Susan Day, of course.
Yeah.
But
course,
attached
I always
to...
remembered back when, who was it? Felix, right? And Hanford Dixon. It was a dog pound back then, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, well, I'm sort of depressed. I don't have music till Thursday this week and Friday, and I'm going to go over in Centerville, my old alma mater. We're going to play at Stubbs Park. It starts at 10 o'clock. It's called Bring Your Instrument. It's called the Pickin' Party from the Dulcimer Club. So I'm going to bring 3 instruments, and we're going to be on, I think we're going to be on TV down here in Dayton on the Channel 7 News, but I'm thrilled. I've been breaking both instruments now, mandolin and uke, and the banjo uke. So
I'll tell you what, the longer, Dick, this is perfect timing for you because the longer that SAG-AFTRA strike continues, they need programming. They have nothing to put on of any interest. And so why not put on the BYOI Dulcimer Club? Yeah. It's kind of neat. I can say something, Alan and Barry and Bill. I miss Lowe's, but yet my family was from up north, as you know, and I thank them. I got to thank my cousin coming from Medley, showing me that mandolin, and it's I've met so many people. You know what I mean? And it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, and I mean I ain't going to school, but
taking this government class, and they have all teenagers in there don't want to listen. So I'm doing pretty good, guys.
You're in a government class with teenagers who don't want to listen.
Yeah. This was supposed to be a credit for life learning for people from 63 to 70, it's about 70s.
Yeah.
And it's all, I took a lot of courses in that class, but I never saw anything, the homework. I'm auditing the class that they're giving out. I don't think I could.
Yeah, but
go
Dick,
to
by the
school right
time
now.
Dick, by the time you're your age, you should know what you need to know about the government and civics, right?
Well, some of the terms, I don't understand.
Well, what are the three
It's like-
Let's start easy. What are the three branches of government?
Federal, legislative, judicial,
What?
and executive. Is that right?
Legolas lady.
The guy from Lord of the Rings? Yes, absolutely. Congratulations, Dick. But a bunch of teenagers in there who don't. Do they make you watch Schoolhouse Rock?
No, we got it. Hey, what I like, though, they go back to the Constitution, and he asked me, Dick from Dayton, do you know what that means? I said, yes, it's we the people. Okay. Said, who founded the Declaration? And I said, Thomas Jefferson. And he says, and I told him, well, I'm protesting because I think the First Amendment right, freedom of speech should be heard all over America.
Oh, my God.
Agreed?
Dick, do they get mad when you call it the Declaration of Independence?
Yes.
Everybody have Dick tonight.
All right, thank you, Dick. Good luck there with those teenagers. I got to give you a trip here to Vegas. It is for our iHeartRadio Music Festival this week, your last week. Take advantage of one of these keywords. You get them thrice daily. This is your last one today, so listen closely and good luck.
Now, your chance at a trip to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's WIN to 200-200.
Did you see the girl on TikTok who was blowing up? This is a stripper in Nashville. And she's trying to put the word out about the Bachelorette screwing around with dudes at the club. She's trying to she goes, hey, if this is your fiance. Now, she kind of buries the lead because she just mentions as an aside that the girl doesn't tip. And that's what really made her mad. These girls don't care about anything else. But if you don't tip, always take care of the strippers. Always. This is just at a club somewhere in Nashville, and this girl's back in the locker room in the change room going, hey, anybody see this?
No.
People need to mind their own business.
Bachelorette party in Nashville on the week of August 31st, and has braces, hair about this length with blonde highlights, a cowboy hat with a veil on it.
By the way, she's describing about 4 million bachelorettes in the city of Nashville. So I don't know if you're really going to blow up this girl's spot, but she certainly tried.
A cowboy hat with a veil on it. She is cheating on you and was just getting fingered by some guy in the strip club. And she also doesn't tip, so you got yourself a winner. She's like 28 or 29. Her dress was like white with like pinkish flowers.
And she was rubbing his through his pants. So.
She was.
They're doing like a full-on breakdown of this lady. Oh, because she doesn't tip. You gotta tip the strip.
I have a question, though. I thought, and this is in my warped mind, this is what I thought growing up.
I can't wait to hear it.
I thought the Bachelor...
Growing up?
Yes.
Huh.
My entire life I thought this until just now. I thought Bachelor and Bachelorette parties were free passes. It was your It was your last night of freedom, and you're allowed to cheat. And do
There's
whatever.
people who treated that. Listen, if you've agreed that, but I can't imagine anybody on the eve of their wedding. No,
I thought that's what it was for. I thought it was for going out.
If you
and
have
doing,
agreed to do that,
It's
sure.
like a last hurrah to go get messed up with your friends.
That's right.
But
okay, so if you're at a bachelor party or bachelorette party and you're one of the girls that are a part of the bachelor party and the person decides to then cheat, is it like she's gonna ruin her wedding, I have to say something, or it's her bachelorette party, just let it fly?
These girls are mad because she didn't tip. It's that simple. Okay. So they're blowing her up left and right, like, hey, if this is your girl.
Like pinkish flowers.
And she was rubbing his through his pants, so.
She was, and then they left together. So, good luck with your divorce. I hope you have a good prenup.
So those are the strippers backstage. Hey, if your girl is here in Nashville, again, there's 4,000 bachelorette
But that's the thing, is that they
going
just
on in Nashville.
They just started problems in 50 different relationships.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I swear it wasn't me. This is the exact
Right.
outfit.
Yeah, you had this outfit on.
They pulled the pin and threw it onto the internet. No, listen, I had my first marriage, I had a bachelor party thrown for me by a couple of guys I knew and then a bunch of their friends I didn't know. And it turned out these were all guys dying to have a night out with strippers. And so it was nice, but that's not like my vibe. So I knew dudes at that bachelor party. And first time I got married, I was 27. They were a good 20 years older than me. This was just an excuse to tell their wife, hey, going out, Alan's getting married. And this was like weeks before we moved to Pittsburgh. So it was kind of like a hurrah, whatever.
It was like a farewell party as well.
Kind of. And there were dudes in the bathroom with the strippers and things like that.
I thought that's what...
And I mean, I end up going home with like glitter on my face because the girls are all up on you, but I didn't care. And my wife, ex-wife, she didn't care. She's like, I get it. She knew
your emails.
She knew the guys, but also it was kind of like, that's just not my vibe. When Gwen and I were getting married, we had a joint party. We rented a party bus, had all of our friends come out with us, and it was a blast. But the whole we went to a strip club and I banged a stripper.
Yeah,
and
that's what I thought it was.
These married dudes I knew who were in the bathroom with these strippers, and there was like coke. And I'm like, man, this is just not, but they were all having a great time. But it was like older guys, like cigars, and it was like they were getting married. I'm like, thanks, guys.
See, I watched too many
leaving
BET movies growing up. Like, I watched The Players Club and all these other
movies.
This
is not an uncommon thing. And girls and guys do it. There's nobody's cornered the market on screwing around at their bachelor or bachelorette party.
That was their free pass. So
if you have, some people go, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened. Right. But somebody needs to tell you that.
Poundcake, would you do it respectfully? What's a respectful way to cheat at a bachelor party?
Oh, no, if it's my bachelor party, then that itself is respectful. Like, hey, this is my situation where I'm allowed to cheat because it's my bachelor party. And worst case scenario, like, if he doesn't trust me, then we can have a joint bachelor party, and then I'll have a secret bachelor party respectfully.
That is respectful to keep it secret.
Yeah, but I'm like, sure, we could have a joint bachelor party, bae. Invite your friends and your family, and we'll have a nice little party. And then I'm like, he's smothering me.
Well, listen, hopefully you will get to know. Hopefully you'll have your own bachelor party. I've got some breaking news, by the way.
Alan Cox Show! Exclusive news update!
Terry Francona has said it's time.
He's stepping away
to retire from his career.
Cody.
Poundcake, you're up the bat.
Major League Baseball skipper.
At the end of this season or next season?
This afternoon.
Oh, he's done right now.
No. This afternoon, he made the comment, it's time.
But he didn't say, I'm done after this
My body
season.
is telling me that. My head is telling me that. I've been pretty clear with the guys I work for, and I told them to start preparing because it's time. So that's what he is saying. I have to imagine it would be after the season's almost over.
Yeah, might as well
Right,
finish.
but I didn't know if he was going to do another year.
No,
He's just like left right now. Like, no, I'm going home.
I would imagine
Yeah,
there'd be
right,
like an official announcement in the summer or at the end of the season. I mean, Terry Francona has, for all intents and purposes, been the manager of the Cleveland baseball my entire time here. I mean, we had Manny Acta for a cup of coffee when I first came to Cleveland, but, you know, Terry Francona, who's only done this show one time, and that's when he was plugging a book. But he couldn't have been nicer. And quite frankly, right back here, the man makes a hell of a pie. So, you know, he has given of himself because he was a big, big deal with the Red Sox, too. Got him the World Series, I think.
He won a couple of World Series with them.
Yeah.
He was the manager that ended their streak.
That's right. So, yeah, if he decides that's it, who's the second in command over there? They'd probably hire someone
There's like
else,
Sandy
right?
Alomar Jr.'s a guy over
okay.
there.
But who's the guy who filled in for him when he was in the hospital? Some dude I'd never heard of.
I thought it was Sandy.
All right. It wasn't Sandy. It was like Darius McFarland or something like that.
I don't think it was that.
This is not a guy over there named Darius McFarland. Darius Rucker? Is that a guy with the Cleveland Guardians?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I only want to pitch to you.
Bill Squire at Go Bananas in Cincinnati. Thursday and Friday nights. Is it through the weekend or Thursday and Friday night?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Thursday, Friday, 4 nights.
I'm driving back Sunday night.
All right.
So I want to sleep in my bed.
We're going to break here. We're going to dip a little bit early because your Guardians game starts up at 6:10. So we'll get you right into first pitch. Briefly, if you want to send a text for something, 35192.